This game has a turtle in it named Carl. Okay, well if you're still watching, I guess you need more of an explanation to spend $20, so roll the intro. Hello and welcome to the official coverage of VAIL for launch day. Today we're going to discuss what VAIL is, the features of VAIL, and is it worth the price. Also, you'll be able to scroll along the timeline in this video to skip forward to any sections you might need to that are timestamped here. So, for example, if you already know what VAIL is, you can skip forward to the features of VAIL and how it's going to be for launch day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into one of the best games in VR to ever exist, VAIL. VAIL is a 5v5 shooter designed from the ground up to be competitive. This game offers team deathmatch, artifact, which is their search and destroy type game mode, and orb capture, which is their oddball type game mode, if you remember that game mode from Halo. They offer a multitude of different weapons and throwables in order to crush your enemy every round. They also have no economy with these. Rather than having a point-based system like Onward does, or having something where you need to buy your weapons every round like Pavlov does, it offers a limited number of spots on your loadout, and you can optimize these spots depending on what you want to bring with you. There are also a large array of maps that are actually modified depending on the game mode. For example, if you're going into a map that has artifact on it, you're going to have the full access to the map because players need to be able to strategize on multiple lanes, be able to maybe flank, go to A, B, etc. However, if there is a team deathmatch on the same map, certain parts of it will be closed off to encourage more head-to-head combat faster. For those that are unaware of VAIL's standard search and destroy type game mode known as Artifact, here's how it works. The offensive team, which is always labeled as the ones in the white uniforms, need to take the capping device, bring it within the circle that is around the artifact, turn it upside down, and grab the yellow ball and connect it to the balls as they light up pink in the exact order that they light up pink. Otherwise, if they mess up, they have to start all the way over. Once the capping is fully completed, the offensive team wins. You can try to cap from anywhere inside the circle, so try to place it somewhere strategically, maybe somewhere either up high or down below where it forces the enemy to be in an uncomfortable position, and it allows you the ability to be able to hide behind some sort of cover and have a perfect angle to kill them if they try to decap it. The defensive team, the ones in the black uniforms, must prevent the cap by any means possible, either by killing all of the people on the offensive team, or if the cap has started, they must defuse it before the cap completes, otherwise they lose. All you have to do to decap is grab it and hold down the trigger on it until the bar fills up and it's successfully decapped. Now that you know the practicality of what VAIL is, let me move on to some of the lore behind it. The lore behind this game is that the colonists, the people in the white uniforms, left Earth to colonize different planets and to further human advancement, while the Rayab, the ones in the black uniforms, stayed behind to protect Earth. Once the colonists became comfortable with other planets, they saw it fit to come back to Earth and take Earth's most precious artifacts to other planets to engrave humankind's culture into the stars. However, the Rayab did not like that the colonists are taking resources from Earth in order to be able to go expand out to different solar systems and things like that, and now they're trying to take their culture, which, if you know anything about history, the last thing to assimilate is culture. The culture is the backbone of people's existence. So the Rayab rebelled, and the battle for the artifact commences. Now let's move on to some of the features that VAIL has to offer. As far as it goes for customization, there are going to be character skins that are offered to where no matter if you're on the Rayab or colonist side, there are little things you're going to be able to tweak about your character while you're playing. There's also going to be gun skins offered to the players that they can equip on their guns, and there are rumors that there's going to be a progression system added into the game where you can actually unlock skins through a tier system rather than just having them all available, but as of right now, all the skins will be available for all the players. There's also attachments inside the game with a huge variety of scopes, and you can customize the reticle on the scope not only with color and shape, but also the distance of the circle from the actual reticle in the middle, etc. There are also different sprays you can choose from inside the menu in order to add a little bit of extra flair to your next kill. The game also features real collision physics and weight, which I would argue are way more realistic than most of the VR games out there I have played to date. Even being able to do little things in this game like mag flips are insanely satisfying and just really goes to show the amount of detail the developers have put into this game. The game also does feature movement penalties depending on the type of firearm that you're using. So for example, if I'm using a SCAR, which can one-tap someone in the head and kill them, I'm going to be moving slower than somebody who's going to be carrying a UMP or a pistol. This of course is to make sure that everything is balanced inside the game, not really from a realism perspective, but just being able to be balanced for a fully competitive scenario. And for those of you that have a medical condition known as a skill deficiency, like how I do, VAIL offers firearm motion smoothing as well as 2 different types of virtual stocks and compatibility with regular physical stocks. Also, to help you coordinate with your team better on the battlefield, they recently added in a cool new feature I have yet to see in another VR FPS, where you can actually place markers that your team can see, so they can see exactly where you're talking about and how far it is away from them, no matter where they are on the map. There are also movement objects around the map. For example, on Mar, you can use zip lines that'll get you up to the catwalk, across the map, etc. And on Volt, there are these little tiny circles on the ground. They're supposed to be air vents that can actually launch you across the sky. There is also a social mode inside of VAIL where you can go and hang out with your friends, just shoot guns at the range, that kind of thing. And one of the features in there is that they're adding in Vailians, where players can have their own pets inside the game. And of course, you guys know how much I love bHaptics integration. The developers are actually talking with me about testing with bHaptics integration, so it will be a feature coming very soon. Fully fledged out bHaptics face, arms, vest, the whole shebang. Is this game worth the price? Absolutely. I cannot say yes enough. Yes, 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 it is worth the price. Buy it as soon as you can. This is one of the best games in VR to date. Not just one of the best shooters, one of the best VR games to date. This game is only $20 USD, and there is a sale if you get it the first week that it launches, so go ahead and pick it up as soon as possible. Thank you all for watching this review and breakdown of VAIL. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be having a new video up in a few days about an analytical breakdown about how to get better at VAIL, strategies, just more of a guide about how to play the game and help new players adjust to it. And when I do, it'll be down in the description below, as well as playing on one of the boxes that's floating around me probably right now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.